5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hi folks, I'm here with Harry from We the People, and he's a quick message here in relation to water charges and household charges.
Okay, well, everything is voluntary compliance. It doesn't matter what it is, everything. You can choose to volunteer to comply, or you can choose to volunteer not to comply. It's very, very simple. When you get if you get a summons, a fine or a notice in your house through your letterbox, the simple way of dealing with this in a lawful way is simply by returning it to sender. This is uncomplicated. And the wording you'll find on the site, the We the People site, wethepeople.ie or tnsradio.ning.com. The wording that you need to put on these offers of contract, because that's all they are. A notice in law is not a bill. You can't legally or lawfully pay a notice. It's only an offer of a contract. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to argue with it. You just simply return to the sender. What you do is you type out return to sender on a sticky piece of paper. You'll see these on the websites. Return to sender, I do not recognize you, I do not understand your intent, I do not have an international treaty with you, no assured value, no liability. And you put that over the name, which will be in capital letters, and the address to which it's sent. The name in capital letters usually has Mr., Mrs. and Miss. This is your legal fiction entity, your straw man. It is not you, sovereign flesh and blood. You simply return it to sender. That's all you do. People are very worried about all these notices that come in the doors. They believe that a notice is a bill. It's not a bill. It's only a notice, which is an offer of a contract. And people are led to believe that they have to pay these notices for e-flow, for household charges, for water charges, or whatever it may be. You don't have to pay for these. It is not a bill in law. It is not a bill. And if you want to prove this, you can ask them to send you a bill. And to explain this simply, if you go into a restaurant, you don't get a notice, you get a bill. And the reason why you get a bill in a restaurant is because there was a valid contract. There was offer, consideration and acceptance, which constitute a valid contract. You were given a menu, which is an offer. You read a menu, and that was consideration. Acceptance, you ordered a meal. So that's a valid contract. Simple. And then the restaurant performs in the contract, i.e. you consume the meal, and then you perform in the contract, you give pieces of paper. People believe it's money in exchange for the food, and that's the contract completed. But you must have openness and transparency. On a written contract, there must be two signs of nature, which are two signatures. That's what a signature is, your sign of nature. And only a sovereign flesh and blood man or woman can give a sign of nature with a pen. That's why sovereignty is so important. Hence, we the people are sovereign.